Washington, Japan will begin bilateral trade negotiations with the United States, acquiescing to demands made by U.S. President Donald Trump in hopes of seeing the local auto industry exempted from threatened tariffs, people close to the matter said Saturday. The plan would be a shift from Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's preferred multilateral trade relationship with the United States under the Trans-Pacific Partnership, but he has not given up hope of drawing Trump back into the now 11-nation agreement. Tokyo will propose a joint statement laying out how to move forward with planned negotiations when Toshimitsu Motegi, state minister in charge of trade talks, meets with U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer on Monday in New York, the sources said. If Tokyo and Washington agree on its content, a statement could be released Wednesday after Abe and Trump hold talks in New York on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Japan is to agree to talks on a bilateral deal on the condition that the United States hold off on imposing additional tariffs on the Japanese auto sector, according to the sources. Tokyo is expected to continue resisting demands that agricultural tariffs be dropped below levels agreed in TPP talks, hoping to encourage Washington to return to the multilateral framework, they said. Trump has made clear he is unhappy with Japan's $69 billion trade surplus with the United States, nearly two-thirds from auto exports, and wants a two-way agreement to address it. There is uncertainty on whether Abe, who won a third term as premier in Thursday's ruling party leadership race, can convince Trump through close ties he has forged with the president. The threat of trade friction between Tokyo and Washington has been present since Trump took office last year with a pledge to renegotiate trade deals he considers unfair to U.S. companies and workers. Japanese government officials have grown increasingly worried that Trump will demand a reduction in the number of Japanese auto imports to lower the trade deficit. They also fret that Trump could impose steep import tariffs on auto and auto parts, which would deal a severe blow to the export-reliant economy. Japan swallowed voluntary export curbs in the past, so Washington may find this as an attractive option, said Toshiro Muto, a former top finance ministry bureaucrat who retains close ties with incumbent policymakers and lawmakers. But this is something Japan must absolutely avoid, he said. I can't think of any sector in Japan that can replace its giant auto industry as a key driver of growth. The United States is Japan's second-largest trading partner, after China. Some officials say Japan may have no choice but to lower the number of cars it ships to the world's top economy, because the United States is Japan's closet ally and guarantees its defense. Given our position, close diplomatic relationship, we would have to swallow their demands, said one government official, who spoke on condition of anonymity. Next week's meeting between Motegi and Lighthizer will follow one in August, where the two sides failed to narrow differences on whether to open up negotiations for a bilateral FTA. Based on the common understanding we built in the first round of talks, we'll seek a win-win outcome that benefits both countries, Motegi told a news conference Friday. Tokyo is worried that as part of any bilateral deal, Washington might put pressure to open up its politically sensitive farm market. The sense of unease in Tokyo has increased as Trump has refused to back down in a heated trade fight with China, and has reportedly pushed Mexico into agreeing on a cap in auto exports to the United States. Trump, according to a column published in The Wall Street Journal on September 6, has suggested he will again turn his attention to trade with Japan.